Ema says, is in truth, I think he means, is there any truth in Alvarez, Robbie? Now, I think there is something in this. It's not going to be a January signing, Julian Alvarez. And of course, I'm talking about Julian Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. We knew when he was at Man City, really, really top player. Atletico Madrid, they bought him by Andrea Berta, who of course is now Arsenal's, director of football. He bought Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. His first season, he was absolutely blistering. This season, still been good, but not as, prolific as he has been. And he's been getting linked heavily with a move to Arsenal, not for this January, but for the summer. I do think there is something in this. Yes, I do, Tashima. I do think there is something in this. I do think Andrea Berta would like to bring Julian Alvarez to Arsenal. I do feel that Mikel Arteta is interested in Julian Alvarez. And as I said, I don't think it would be a January signing, but I definitely could see something like this hotting up in the summer. And I'll give you the reasons why I feel this is there's something in this. It's not necessarily that Atletico want to sell him. There's no indication from them that they want to sell him. But I do feel that Arsenal may come in with a big fee of £80 million plus for him in the summer. Gabriel Jesus, I feel, will move on in the summer. His contract, I think, is up in 2027. I think that Arsenal, if an offer comes in for Gabriel Jesus and a decent offer, they probably take that and look to refresh in that area. Remember, he's had 2 ACLs. I think they'll cash in on Gabriel Jesus. And that will then mean that we're going to need a striker. And if they then bought in Julian Alvarez, you got Alvarez, you got Gyökeres, you got Havertz. I think that would be a great situation. And when you look at some of the strikers that are out there, Julian Alvarez would be a great signing for Arsenal. And I says it was Andrea Berta who bought him in at Atletico Madrid. So yes, I do believe that there's something in that. He says we won't get anybody in January, but Alvarez in the summer is a must. Put 100 on the table for Alvarez, says Kevin Blackman. It's interesting, right? Like, I wonder, like, if Arsenal, say they did go really bold and say they did do that. Say they did put put £100 million on the table and said, right, Julian Alvarez, Atletico, here's 100 million. We want him now. I wonder if they do it. Interesting. And also, what we have to always think about with these things is, does that then mess with the dynamic of Arsenal's team? You go and get Julian Alvarez right now. What does that say to Victor Gyökeres, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus? What does that say to them? Do they get upset that this player's been bought in, and if he doesn't hit the ground running? There's a lot of things to think about. It's a lot easier to do a signing like this in the summer where you maybe say, right, Gabriel Jesus, been great for us. Thank you. But we're going in a different direction now. We're bringing in Julian Alvarez. You're getting a little older. You've had a few injuries. Go and play 90 minutes every week at such and such a team. We get the money for you. We bring in Alvarez. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to consider when you're thinking about these type of signings in a January transfer window.